Hi there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your Witch's Road reading with me, Priscilla B. So I'm going to be using the Triple Moon Goddess spread for you. So first I'm going to read you this affirmation. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Okay, so that is your affirmation, Sagittarius. And also I'm going to be reading you this charm, okay? Ask the Triple Goddess to share her wisdom with you. Repeat this charm: Maiden, Mother, and Crone. Now guide my hand and heart. Show me your wisdom today by this witch's art. With the power of 3 times 3, as I will it, so shall it be. The maiden shows you all the possibilities, your hopes and dreams, and what yet may be. Okay, because there's going to be 3 aspects here. Okay, there's going to be a maiden, there's going to be a mother, and there's going to be a crone. Okay. All right, Sag. Okay, so I had to charge my light there. All right. So basically, yeah, the maiden shows you the possibilities, your hopes and dreams, and what yet may be. So we have the King of Cups. Look at that, Sag. King of Cups. Okay, emotional mastery. All right, so let's take a look here at this King of Cups energy. So, a mature, wise man who is well versed in the craft. This card represents an individual who is artistic, intuitive, creative, passionate. Physically, he has dark blonde to light brown hair with a touch of gray and blue or green eyes. He is a good friend, a loving and attentive husband, and devoted father. The King of Cups gives good, solid advice when asked. This card can represent a quiet man who keeps his emotions to himself, but who can be moody. He is, however, deeply emotional, and he has a tough outer shell to disguise a very soft and loving interior. He often sees what most people would prefer to keep hidden. This card represents an individual who is an excellent mediator, physically talented, and strong and fair. The lesson from the King of Cups is that wisdom comes from looking within. Temper your counsel of others with compassion and affection. Okay, so yeah, okay, Sag. Okay, so interesting. All right, so let's take a look at what card comes through next. Oh wow. Okay, we have desire. Interesting, Sag. Okay. We also have 2 of Wands. Okay. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yep. All right. So, I'm just looking at your cards. Okay, I'm going to tell you what they mean. All right. So, pretty much this desire energy is like a 2 for 1. Okay, kind of deal here, because it's really coming in as 2 of Wands is what you desire. Okay, so yes, there could be a physical connection that's happening for you. The Wands do show physical energy. So let's take a look here at this 2 of Wands. Let's see. All right. The 2 of Wands. Okay. This card represents partial success. While others may think you hold the world in the palm of your hand, you may still feel like you are unsure of where to go to next. Such scenarios occur when an unexpected promotion or career advancement leaves you feeling unsure of what to do next. There is partial success, and you may feel like you are at the halfway point of your personal goals. Okay, so basically, Sagittarius, there are choices and serious decisions to be made, okay? You feel like you are at the halfway point. But look around you. There is help, support, and advice from a mentor. Take their good advice and enjoy this new business or career opportunity. Finally, this card can symbolize a successful business partnership, okay? And then we move into the Mother. Shows you your projects and goals have come to fruition and what is happening right now. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, Sagittarius. It says here, stylish, trendsetter, charming, confident, courageous, energetic, outgoing, visionary, strong, and sexy. Okay, Sag? Okay, so no wonder you're feeling so much desire here, okay? Probably you have a lot of suitors that want you, okay? And this brings in the cosmic ruby energy. Be a peace ambassador. Practice cosmic mastery, okay? I also feel like the color red is really important to you. It could make you feel like an energy is like really just makes you feel like empowered and stuff like that. Also, red is the color of desire and seduction. But, you know. Okay, Sag. So, yeah, the Queen of Wands is all about this stylish trendsetter. And then we move into karmic friends. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret, competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Okay. So things get a little bit interesting here, a little bit spicy here, because, yeah, like you want to trust people, but it almost feels like you can't fully trust people. So then we move to the Mother aspect of your reading, and we have the Moon card, trusting your intuition, okay? And also karma, like, you know, what goes around comes around. I don't know, like, I just feel like for you, for like a lot of you, Sag, you're kind of like in this place where you're trying to make sense of what your future is sort of going to look like. And there's a path here, and like what that, like going down that path, where is that going to lead to? You know? So the crone shows you the outcome in your karma, the things that are unseen, and what you may be unaware or afraid to face. Okay? So the Moon energy. This is the card of the crone goddess. Waning moon, magic, intuition, and illusions. It may also represent a development of psychic powers. When this card appears in a reading, it reveals that people and situations are not always as they appear. The moonlight can be deceptive. What looks one way during day may appear completely different under the shifting light of the moon. You need to look carefully at what you think you see. Call on your guides, totems, and hecate to see past the fog and to recognize the truth. Use your psychic gifts and trust your intuition. Work magic with hecate now to see through any illusions and for the gifts of foresight and wisdom and protection. Okay? The crone aspect of the goddess, waning moon magic, protection magic, seeing through what others would keep hidden, intuition, and the development of psychic powers. Wisdom gained through years of life experiences. Okay, so yeah, and looking at that, this brings in Saint Brigid, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Your soul is all you need. Okay? So if that's the case, then Sag, okay, you're gonna, and also it's interesting, she holds like a lantern, almost like a hermit type energy. So, yeah, this is like only like 10 minutes into your reading, and already we're like 90% done because there's really only like one card left to read. But maybe there are some aspects here that the moon is trying to show light on. Like maybe there's some hidden messages here for you, Sag. Maybe it's not just, okay, I have these three aspects I need to focus on. I feel like there's so much more here to uncover. And that is what Saint Brigitte is pointing her light at. Like her lantern is shining the way. Okay? So, that being said, okay. So, yeah, okay, Sagittarius, like, what is this light? What is this light? What is Saint Brigitte's, what is she shining her light on? And I feel like it's this Three of Swords. Deep emotional pain, grief, disillusionment, sorrow, depression, heartbreak, misunderstandings, tears, loss. We have overcoming sorrow, reconciliation, letting go, healing, release, forgiveness, feeling hopeful and optimistic, and recovery. Okay? There are two sides here to this crone aspect of your reading. Like it deeply explores, like the moon is like deeply exploring and shining its light all on this pain and sorrow that you've experienced. It wants you to pretty much like do the light work, okay? Like what that means is it doesn't want you to live in the shadow of your like broken relationship or your broken friendship, right? Like whatever broken relationships, like it could be romantic or family or whatever the case is, but it's definitely opening you up to seeing like, okay, I can't just like stay stuck in this like situation where I am feeling misunderstood, okay? Because the light wants you to heal. It wants you to recover, okay? So how do you go about that, okay? You've got to open the door to that, you know? So we open the door to that. Love will come. Be brave enough to accept it. Message from your ancestors, okay? Legacy, roots, wisdom, connection, and guidance. It's in your DNA, okay? This door will reveal itself to you if it hasn't already, and you'll be able to walk through it, and it will show you the message here from your ancestors. Love will come. Be brave enough to accept it. And the moon is the heart. The heart is the moon. You are the moon. You are the light in the night. I have a tattoo that says that. Triple moon goddess tattoo. Okay? So I don't know why it's bringing me to that, but there are just going to be these events, okay, that happen that are going to open you up to seeing all the love that you truly deserve, Sag. Okay? And that gives you the 9 of Coins. Rewards of your labor. Status, abundance, self-sufficient, sophistication, on your own, taking it easy, maturation, fulfillment, and freedom. And then we also have here, you are enough. Stand up for what you deserve. Working too hard or for free. Undervaluing yourself. Self-worth. Both sides are positive outcomes with the 9 of Cups, because you're finally seeing what your worth is. You're finally seeing your value, and you're doing it like you do have friends things, and you do have people in your life that are there, but it's like you are joining that like collective energy, okay, Sag, where you're starting to make sense that you're part of something much bigger and much more evolved than what you were a part of before. And look, the Hermit. See, I knew it. I felt it. Spiritual mastery, soul searching, enlightenment, guiding light, contemplate, solitude, growth, resolve, advice. Okay, but just be careful of people that are self-absorbed, that are paralyzed by fear, because that was who you were hanging out with before. You were in a group of people that were so self-absorbed that they were paralyzed by fear, that they were antisocial, that they lived in isolation, they lived in paranoia, they were restrict. There was so much forcefulness. There was like, you felt this powerlessness around these types of people. There was so much loneliness around these types of people. And then also folly. Okay? Folly, fancy word. It's that word is like really interesting. I'm gonna look that up. Lack of good sense or rational foresight. It describes foolish, unwise behavior such as the folly of undertaking an extravagant project without practical purpose. Yeah. In everyday language, folly is an act or belief that contradicts reason. It denotes foolishness. Okay? It would be folly to quit your job without a backup plan. The folly of youth often involves taking unnecessary risks. Thanks, Internet. Thanks, Google. You're the best. Google Assist. Here we go. So yeah, like you're focusing now on the as simple and as it can be, the people, places, and things that are not folly, that are folly-less, and yeah, like these people you were around before were just, they lacked common sense. They had no common sense. Okay, so this brings us to the Four of Mirrors, reassuring Rose, and the Four of Mirrors. So the number 4 is probably significant for you. The number 9, and also like mirrors, reflection. You could, like, I feel like there's going to be these moments of self-reflection that you're going to experience, and they're going to reassure you, because this is from my Bachelor Nation deck, and it's like you are the bachelorette or the bachelor, and you are, well, in this case it looks like the guy is receiving the rose, okay, but like you are going to be receiving a rose. You are going to be chosen. Okay, so this is like getting into a more like, once you start going down this path of light, once you start soul searching, once you start resolving issues that you're having, you're gonna start to experience like such a profound like upgrade of spiritual mastery in your life, and you're going to be rewarded with like offers of love and romance I'm feeling and picking up on. So it's going to be like all these wonderful things are going to be like just really like really just coming your way, Sag. Look, the world, you are at the center here of your own world, of your own universe, and you are being protected and you are being guided at this time. This is just such like a profound experience that I feel like you haven't really been able to experience before, because you've been isolated for so long. You have been almost like absorbed into some kind of construct of energy that did, like, instead of keeping you safe, instead of keeping you protected, it did the opposite of that. And look, we have strength. There's strength here. And it's deeply, deeply rooted and embedded in your DNA. And there's the moon again. So, looking at this world card, yeah, we have like definitely there's going to be people who reveal themselves. They wear a mask. They hide in the shadows. And it was almost like they wanted you to wear a mask too, and they wanted you to hide in the shadows with them. And I feel like you fought for so long to get out of that, and it brought you to another side. It brought you to like all these like wonderful like kaleidoscope of colors of light in your life and warmth. The castle. Yeah. Every queen needs her castle. You've got the Queen of Wands. Okay. It's definitely like time for that like upgrade. There's like pearls and there's an eye with like little crystals on it and makeup and a rose. The sustainer. Wow. Someone with their hands with a ball of clay is the sustainer here. Like sustaining that momentum. Like, whoa. Deep stuff there. Dang. Okay, so let's look at this world card. Okay, so pretty much when this card appears in a reading, it is a sign that spiritual lessons have been mastered. There is a sense of freedom and harmony to be enjoyed. Newly acquired knowledge, strength, and even spiritual understanding will now be put to good use.
I found Daddy's keys.
All right, well, he's not getting those back anytime soon, so thank you.
And I got this making book, and you can draw on my making book. I didn't draw that. Some kids draw in here.
Okay.
I see like some kids, I'm sure kids draw in here. Yeah. Tata. Kids didn't draw. Tata. Oh, it's very small. Tata. One kid draw like this. I didn't draw this. Okay. I didn't draw this, and that kid did. No. I didn't draw this. That kid did. Course. Kids sometimes draw. But you can draw on this. Oh. What's it say?
March 2026, and my week I went to the dentist. Oh, you have to go to the dentist next week.
Oh, kids like that.
Wow, cool.
Me.
Aw,
What's it say?
girls are so cute. Me.
What's it say?
Happy.
Happy. A book. This big book.
Yeah, that's a big book too. All those pictures in there.
4. 4 mine. 4 mine. Wait, Mom. I got that shell. Pink. Mom, I got.
Oh, okay.
But nothing else. Mom. Mom, Sasa.
Love you.
Sasa.
Let me finish this.
Okay, Sasa.
Then I gotta vacuum.
Sasa. What?
Can you girls go over there while I do that?
Okay.
Thanks.
Mom, Sasa. What is that?
All right, Sag. So the world, okay, there's a sense of freedom and harmony to be enjoyed. Newly acquired knowledge, strength, and even spiritual understanding will now be put to good use. It may also symbol successful completion of a project, personal renaissance, or even strong and healthy spiritual connections between people and or coven members. Okay? rebirth, wholeness, completion, joy, victory, and achievement, a journey's successful end, the magic and wonder of the natural world, spiritual connections between people and or even coven members. Okay, Sag? And just like you open that door to receiving the messages from your ancestors, legacy, roots, wisdom, connection, and guidance, you open that door and the message received, love will come. Be brave enough to accept it, Sag. And you are enough, and you are brave enough to receive all the love and the light in the world, in your world that you're creating. Okay, because there is so much of it, and there are going to be people that do want to like be part of your world, and they want you to be part of their world, and they want you to see what connects you. And it is a spiritual kind of love, and it's pretty interesting and unique and amazing. And yeah, everything's gonna work out for you, Sag. I have a good feeling about that. So love and light always, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.